Hello students, welcome back to our virtual classes. Oh, this is the name of our lesson, right? But children, this is our today's thought. Look before you leap. Meaning of this thought is you shouldn't act without first considering the possible dangers. Means first you think and then you act. Children, let us start with our lesson. Look before you leap. I hope you have read the lesson. So, let us start with the next part. In the previous video, we started the story of two frog friends. They lived in a pretty little pond. The pond was full of life. Water lilies, fishes, and many insects were there. One day, the hot summer started and the pond began to dry. So, the frogs decided to leave the pond. They started to discuss with each other that how would they travel in such hot atmosphere. But they had no option. Now, let us start the next part. I will read it first. Take out page number 38 and then I will explain. So the frogs left the drying pond and began to look for a watery place. They hopped and became very tired. Just then, one of them saw a well in the distance. They rushed to the well. The well was built in stone and had a high circular wall. The frogs hopped onto the wall and peeped inside. The well was quite deep, but there was a lot of water still left at the bottom of the well. The friends began to jump for joy. Children, keep your finger on the line. So the frogs left the drying pond and began to look for a watery place. Means both the frog friends left that dried pond and started to search a watery place. Means where they will get lot of water. They hopped and became very tired. Hopped means to jump. They hopped and became very tired. You know how the frog jump, right? You all know that. They became very tired. Tired means exhausted. Just then, one of them saw a well in the distance, and one of that frog saw a well in the distance. They rushed to the well. Rushed means move quickly, too fast. They moved quickly to the well. The well was built in stone and had a high circular wall. That well was very strong, very tough. It was built in stone and had a high circular wall. You can see in the picture. The frogs hopped onto the wall and peeped inside. See, look at that. One frog had hopped onto the wall and it is peeping inside. Peep means डोकावून पाहणे. The well was quite deep. You know, the well is always deep. That well was also deep, but there was a lot of water still left at the bottom of the well. Though the well was quite deep, there was lot of water still left at the bottom of the well. The friends began to jump for joy, and both the frog friends became very happy and they started to jump for joy. They started to celebrate. Now the next line. We are so fortunate. Thank God that we found this well. Fortunate means lucky. They started to talk with each other. One of the frogs said, "We are so fortunate, we are so lucky. Thank God that we found this well," because the well was having plenty of water and they became very happy. Our problem is solved. Our search has ended. Finally, in that scorching sun, their search had ended. They had no need to move anywhere now. Their problem was solved. We have found a new home. Let's jump in together. And they decided, one of that frogs said, now our problem has solved and now we have no need to go anywhere. We have found a new home and now we have a new home. Let's jump in together and let's jump. And that frog said 1, 2 and before saying 3, second frog said, wait, friend, this well is so deep and there is water left only at the bottom. Another frog was very intelligent. It was very smart. So it said, wait, friend, this well is so deep and there is water left only at the bottom. But we can surely dive in. The first frog said, but however deep the well may be, diving is our specialty. Why do you hesitate? But the first frog said, we can surely dive in. Dive means plunk headfirst into water to take a jump. But we can surely dive in, however deep the well may be. Diving is our specialty. You know, diving, when you go for swimming, you take a dive. Diving is our specialty. Why do you hesitate? Hesitate means stop or stop by doing any action. Don't hesitate. Let's jump inside. Let's dive inside. It has occurred to me that this whale is also drying up. If it dries up completely, we still have to leave this well too. The second frog said, it has occurred to me that this well is also drying up. That second frog, I told you that second frog was very intelligent and it said that this well is also drying up. And if it dries up completely, we will have to leave this well too. And if it has dried completely, they had to leave that well too. The first one, I agree, but why do you hesitate now? He was not getting the actual problem. The first frog was not getting the actual problem and it was very excited to jump inside the well. And it said, I agree, but why do you hesitate now? Now we don't have any problem. We can dive in easily. And why are you hesitating now? It's because I see a problem. We can easily dive into the well. The second frog said, it's because I see a problem. We can easily dive into the well, but what if the well dries up? Can we jump so high that we reach the top of this wall? Shall we be able to leave the well like we left the pond? And the second frog explained what was the actual problem. It said, it's because I see a problem. We can easily dive into the well. Yes, they could easily dive inside the well, but what if the well dries up? But what will they do if the water dries up completely from the well? Can we jump so high that we reach the top of this wall? And yes, frog cannot jump so high to cross the wall of that well. Shall we be able to leave the well like we left the pond? And as they left the pond easily, they will not be able to leave that well so easily. You're right, friend, said the other frog. Now that another frog understood what the actual problem was, I had not thought of this. It's good that you could foresee this problem. Let's not leap inside. Let's continue with our search. And it said, now I understood. I had not thought of this. It's good that you could foresee the problem. Foresee means to guess that something that is going to happen in the future, means to predict. Let's not leap inside. Now, the first frog said, let's not leap inside. Let's continue with our search. And now we will not leap inside the well and we will continue our search. And so the two little frogs hopped on to look for a safe shelter. Was that well safe for that two frogs? No, that well was too deep and it was not a safe shelter for them. So they decided to leave that place and they hopped on to look for a safe shelter. Shelter means protection, home. How well it is said, look before you leap. Now again I will tell you what is the meaning of look before you leap. Leap means to take a jump. You shouldn't act without first considering the possible danger. Frogs from our story think first and then they act. Okay, I hope you understood the story. Your homework is read the lesson carefully and thank you and have a nice day.